Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're going to be jumping down into the world of Cardano's ADA, taking a look at what's been going on most recently, what we think is likely to happen next and all that wonderful stuff. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications and you will not miss another video update. And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord guys, you are missing a trick. Check it out, linked in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. It's the first place we go to notify you of the ins and the outs of everything that is going on in the crypto space. Stay ahead of the curve, keep a finger on the pulse of crypto by joining us down in Discord. Okay, let's jump down into some Elliott wave theory for Cardano. And if any of this is alien to you, check out Cheeky School, linked in the description down below. I have put together a 21-part video course that explains Elliott wave theory. So Cardano paired up with USDT on the hourly chart and Binance is our data source. As you can see, we have come up into our higher range. We're just going to quickly measure this just to see where this goes. Okay, we're going to go and pull this on. You can see that we came up to the 1-to-1 pretty much exactly to our target here. Okay, so we were actually looking for 25.64. I had it marked originally at 25.65 and right here the price went to 25.65. So we hit the exact number that we were talking about in the previous video. If it wasn't the video, it was in Discord. I forget exactly where I draw all of these ones up. So probably in Discord. I think the other video was actually a slightly higher target. But yeah, it was redrawn for Discord. You can check that out there if you remember. Now from this high, which is here, we start to see this move to the downside. This is a natural correction. I'm still looking for 5 waves in here and I'm not sure. I mean, we could possibly argue that we have got it there. So, you know, we'll see how it kind of goes. We're looking for a brief correction there. If we take a look at the stochastic RSI, we're nice and low already on the 1 hour chart. If I come over to the 4 hour here, you can see that we've still got a lot of progression to the downside. The same with the 8 hour. But the 1 hour chart has given us some kind of encouragement to think that maybe we're going to see a bit more of a move to the upside once we finish this correction. So let's talk about this, right? There's a couple of different things going on in here, right here. Okay, so first off the bat, we can see this move up and we can see that we're trying to move our way down. So the obvious, and it is obvious, is essentially that we end up with this kind of move coming down towards 25.04. Okay, so I'm going to just pull a little line right in here, 25.04. I will make it yellow so it's kind of in line with other kind of targets and stuff, right? Now, you can also see that there's this area over here, this previous 5th wave high at 25.21. This 25.21 is acting as a bit of support at the moment. We have our 200 EMA as well, which are currently above. So a move down here could be a double bottom kind of scenario, and then we could rally on up if we needed to. But for the most part, the obvious wave count is the one that I've just marked, okay, and it would be an A, B, C. Now, I want to say that it's obvious because it's the easiest one to see, but there are a couple of other options here, and I want to kind of walk you through what they look like as well. It's possible that we actually have to have a rally up before we go down, and we actually have to go to 25.56, okay, and I'll just put a little line right in there, okay. And this particular count would look like this. It would basically be an A, B, C structure like this. Okay, now this one's a long shot. I don't think this is something that we are going to see. I think it's going to be so much easier for the price just to go down. But I thought it was worth kind of monitoring. Now, if I throw the liquidity in here, you can see that there's a little bit of liquidity here. There's a little bit of liquidity here inside of these 2 yellow dashed lines that I've drawn. Other than that, if we kind of bring this back down a little bit, there's a reasonable liquidity on both sides of this equation. Some people have gone long and therefore their liquidity is down here. And for people who have gone short, you've got their liquidity up here. And again, all of these liquidity spots are put onto these swing highs and swing lows. So there's nothing too unusual from the liquidity side of things. We're just kind of waiting to see exactly which one of these is going to play out. I think personally it's going to be the move to the downside like this, and then I do think we're going to be moving back up again. Now this move to the downside here could also have a little mini pump here followed by an additional kind of structural move to the downside. This would actually allow us to correct the 8 hour and 4 hour charts. So having a kind of structure like this would make a fair amount of sense in my opinion, and we would be able to mock that up as an A, B and C structure, maybe revisiting this low down here at around that 24.67, and in doing so that would put us into a place where we can then start to think about that next structure, because I would then start thinking and looking at this as an A, potential B a potential C going up higher as well. So I don't think we're done by moving on up, but we do have to see these natural corrections, and these natural corrections allow for profits to be taken and for traders to kind of, change their positions from long to short and from short to long and so forth. So these things are pretty natural. You can kind of see ourselves moving down here as well. So I do think this is the likely scenario that was going to play out. We probably do have to correct down over a period of time here towards the 24.67 level, which is just an estimate at the moment based on these highs that we've been testing previously. So they do make sense to be, to be thinking about them. And so, yeah, I do think we've kind of reached a local high for now. Don't expect us to move up higher than 25.65 just yet, but I do think that after we correct down, we'll rally back up again and we'll be testing those higher ranges once again. So essentially, I do think that Cardano's on the right track because we do have a really strong low down here. Now, it is possible that all of this is just a corrective move of a much bigger chart. So if I come over to our 8-hour chart, for example, that all of this here is just a corrective, and then we've got to come down one more time into a lower move. And that's possible, and you can kind of articulate this as we've kind of done 3 waves here already, right? We've completed 3 waves up, and that we could see this come all the way down. It's also possible. But there's so much downside pressure here that's been applied recently. I do think that we're about to kind of finish this off, and we've got all those structural moves coming to an end. Now, it's possible that it has we have that one more taking us down towards the 22, which is our Y wave lows on a much bigger scale. So we do want to be a little bit kind of, I guess, optimistic when time does come, and pessimistic as also from time to time. And for the most part, I think Cardano's in a really reasonable position overall. We can see that we did come down slightly lower than expected overall, where we kept extending down across all of these. If we start to really scale this back up again, you can kind of see to the level of retracement that's occurred here. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy that we're down in these lows. I do think that this is a pretty good place to be dollar cost averaging. And there's, of course, a lot of people who have been hurt by Cardano's ADA, who don't fully understand, and they do just kind of blindly follow some of the FUD and the noise out there. And because, there are a lot of people who don't want Cardano to succeed, right? There's a lot of competition out there that would hate to see Cardano get, more adoption than there are projects. And there's a lot of hate in this space generally. So if you're going to kind of have an open mind towards Cardano, do some proper solid research on it. There's very few projects, I think, in this space that have the openness and the willingness, the transparency of Cardano. And there's lots of different things that are going on in the space. There's some fantastic things that are going on in the Cardano ecosystem. And I think you just got to have a bit of an open mind towards it, rather than just blindly following what some of these other influencers across TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter are saying, because some of it is just absolute bullshit, right? And to be kind of blunt about it. So kind of keep an open mind, do your own research, come to your own conclusions. Bear in mind, I'm not a financial advisor, but and I cannot give you financial advice or anything like that. In my personal opinion, dollar cost averaging anywhere around here, and anything under 30 cents to me just feels like a long-term steal. But I still expect slightly deeper. I am expecting at some point 22.23, if not lower. If we do lose that, then we are talking 15 cents, and I think those are fantastic deals nonetheless. So yeah, I'll leave this video there. I don't want to kind of talk fundamentally. This is a TA based video at the end of the day. I do expect some kind of movement to the upside slightly longer term here, but yeah, for now I think the immediate future should be that we should prepare ourselves for a little kind of a mini correction, and then we can rally back up again before we even come down towards the 22 cent ranges. So I'm going to leave the video there. If you found it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Discord, guys. It is the centralized hub of everything that we do. Check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. And if you're looking for more information on Elliott Wave theory, check out 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏.com, linked in the description below. And with all that said, done out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.